Hello, this is Gary Wishon, the Happy Heathen. Today I want to talk about evidence. Evidence is the cornerstone of science. Evidence is the cornerstone of good government. Without evidence, without due diligence and checking things through, we would not have, our founding fathers would not have founded this government that we enjoy today. Without checking things through and showing due diligence, science would not have progressed to the point where it is now. What doesn't really look into evidence or twist reality to try to fit its evidence is religion and conspiracy nuts. I'm going to tell you a story, and this is what really happened, and we'll dissect the evidence at the end. I was over at my mom's house. I spent the night. I had a dream about a plane going in to a tower. And a very scary voice says, "Behold, I show you the end of things." And the voice went into minor detail about how humanity brought this on itself. It is a pained observer. It does not want humanity to end, but free will dictates that if humanity is going to end, it's going to end by its own fucking hand. And I'm trying to intercede. And then I wake up to hear my mom screaming, Gary, come down here." She lived in the projects at the time, very paper thin walls. I come down and I see 9/11, the planes going into the buildings. Now, if I didn't look at all of the evidence, I would be losing my mind. The subconscious is a very tricky thing. It is one of the biggest things we still have to figure out. But if I examined the evidence carefully, I know what really happened now. Prior to 9/11, there was a string of suicide bombings in Jerusalem. I was talking to some friends that their Islamic terrorists' fondness for suicide bombing and their fondness for hijacking, inevitably they're going to use one of the planes as a suicide bomb. I can easily see them going into the Pentagon or the White House. And one of my coworkers called me a fucking moron and said that the White House and the Pentagon is covered by missile batteries. And Andy, fuck you, you lying sack of shit. You did so say that. Moving on. So, the fact that I was a deist at the time, the fact that I had that on my mind, and we had gone into detail about what the government would respond, how, and when such a thing happened, and the fact that the walls in my mom's old place was quite thin, the newscast coming in through the wall, the sound of it entered my subconscious. My subconscious is one hell of a Freudian cocktail. And that's what happened. If I didn't examine it all, I could be going crazy saying I'm a prophet. And the skeptics of the world would have every right to say, "Prophet? Why would God tell you the moment it's happening? If God really talked to you, he would tell you before it occurred. What this video is what I'm trying to do with this video is get you to think. Was the presidential field in Republicans being so chock full of God happy whack nuts? I have no respect for any one of them. But them throwing God into every conversation, Mike Huckabee going to kiss Kim Davis's ass on camera, Ted Cruz trying to kiss Kim Davis's ass. We have to examine the evidence. Don't get distracted by the fact that they're screaming Jesus, and look at the candidates with a critical eye, not just the one who screams Jesus the most. Please, because a theocracy is a terrible thing to live under. And if this Republican field thinks that they can get away with it, they would. I don't doubt that for a second. All the evidence is in for me. Goodbye.